What's up, YouTube? Today's video will be about the state of the market and what I think could be next for the soccer card market, all the negativity around the hobby, and other topics that I believe will be relevant to have into this conversation. Let me say one thing: if in the end end up enjoying this video, do not forget to leave a like, very important. Also, a lot of viewers are not even subscribers. Consider to change that if you are in that position, and I will leave links below the video for my Discord, for my Patreon community. I will try also to put a QR code on the screen if you want to go that way to my Discord and check the other links. Like I said, do not forget to leave a like, do not forget to subscribe to check the links, and now let's go into the video. So guys, today I want to talk about the current state of the market. I see a lot of negativity related to the hobby, and I also think we all understand why. Prices have dropped quite a lot and macroeconomics are insanely bad, and the sentiment in the market is one of the worst I can remember. But I'm gonna be honest, guys, I really love this market. I'm having a lot of fun with multiple goals related to my collection. I'm selling a lot, but I'm also buying a lot. The way I look at the market now is not that different from the way I was looking at the market 2 years ago. I continue to buy every month. And the dollar cost averaging concept is something that I still strongly believe in, probably more than ever. I started this channel, for the ones that remember, at the peak of the market. The reason for that was all the toxic positivity I saw at the time. I also felt that a more bearish voice could provide some perspective / critical thinking for the soccer card community. Now is almost the opposite. I see a lot of toxic negativity everywhere. For me, this is the time to be positive. And call me crazy. I think influencers are a positive thing for the hobby. I don't subscribe to the idea that they do worse than better. Not at all. For me, the hobby is much more fun if I have videos on YouTube, if I have content to watch that also share the same sentiments, also share the same passion I have for these cards, for these little figures of men. But I also think that content creators have a moral obligation to their audience. The problem with this is that morals are very subjective. So, at the end of the day, I think you should understand the role of a content creator, enjoy for what they are worth, but make your own decisions. Now let's move on into something that I also believe is very important to talk about. So, long term for me, if you disagree, that's fine. But for me, is the only way to participate in this market. At least if you want to be successful. Something I'm super proud of. I never overcommitted in terms of money when it comes to the hobby. I have always kept in mind that cars are a super speculative asset and having fun should be my main goal in a market that has so much associated risk. I know. You guys make a lot of fun when I do my disclaimer, but guess what? Some things I say there are more relevant than ever. So, get ready, guys. No one can predict the market. Fundamentals are your best friend in the long run. And keep in mind that I'm a collector first and an investor second. Guys, I really mean this type of stuff. It's just not another disclaimer. If I was just looking at the hobby from a short, mid-term investor perspective, well, I would agree with you. This looks quite bad, actually really bad. But as a collector, repeating myself, I know, I'm having more fun than ever. I'm not just a collector, but mainly, I'm a collector. You guys understand the difference? I'm not just a collector, but mainly I'm a collector. And I actually believe this is the correct position to have in a market like this. I also have investments in more established type of markets. Some people are too card rich. This is the reality, and that's why so many people is in panic mode right now, because they end up overcommitting to the hobby. Educate yourself in other markets. This is a good time actually. Take a look at the SP 500. Take a look at the real estate market. I'm not saying you should leave the soccer card market or no matter what cards you collect, but I think this is an amazing time. To be honest, is always an amazing time to educate yourself. I also believe that long-term value investors like us in this channel are loving this market. We are not playing the short-term game by any means. I believe that the soccer card market will be much bigger in 5, 10 years. I'm so bullish about the soccer card market, you guys probably have no idea. You may not believe it, but for me, it's almost irrelevant what happens in this World Cup. Almost everything I'm holding right now, I believe is great for the long run. Yes, if things go up quite a lot, most likely I will sell a couple of stuff, but if things stay flat or even go down, good, I will keep buying more, I will keep holding to this type of stuff. I'll always respecting my budget. I'll always putting money that I understand are going into a very speculative asset with a lot of risk associated. So, if things get even worse, and could be a likely scenario by the way, many people will panic and sell. Pay attention. More opportunities than ever. You make money in bear markets, you make profits in bull markets. Some people don't even understand this concept. The key thing when value investing is a stable personality. People think, should I be good at math? Should I understand this trend versus that trend? I think the most important thing is a stable personality. A couple of extras will help you to even make better decisions, but a lot of times it's just buy and forget about as long you are buying something that have great fundamentals. A key skill that most people do not have, and we'll see who are the ones that have that skill or not very, very soon. I guess we are already seeing a lot of people in panic mode. So another thing that I also believe is super important to talk about in very long bear markets, potentially like this one, is normal to quit and try to stop the pain. Even if you have a stable personality, it's also normal to feel uncomfortable with what's going on. You need to stay focused. And I also believe it's time to be realistic. Some questions everyone should ask themselves. And I will start with the first one. Does your financial situation allow you to invest in this market? Think about this one very careful. Did you not commit yourself too much to the hobby? Yes, also think about this one quite a lot. Do you get fun / well-being from collecting? Probably the most important one for me. Do you really enjoy what you've been collecting? Look, real talk, sometimes I believe people love PSA and SEC. They don't even love the card inside of the slab. The card you guys are seeing on the screen is a PSA 8. I recently ended up upgrading my PSA 6 to a PSA 8 for the Ronaldo football. Do I like this card much more than I end up enjoying my PSA 6? No, not at all. The sentiment is the same. I just thought for the exit point I had in my PSA 6 and the entry point I had on my PSA 8, that made sense, the upgrade. Guys, I don't care about PSA. I don't care about BGS when it comes for my well-being, for me having fun as a collector. That's very, very secondary. I know. Again, if you also are a collector / investor, and that's the position I actually have in this market, we need to care to a certain point. But at the end of the day, if this stuff goes to zero, I like the card, not the plastic around. Do you fundamentally believe in this market, or you enter the market because of all the hype? Another question that some people should put in perspective, because I also believe there is still people in the market that end up, yes, getting caught into a mania, into a bubble 2 years ago, that are still hoping for something to go up again for them to have another okay exit point. Guys, probably that will not happen, especially because most likely you even end up entering wrong cards. Base Prism, winky winky. I personally have no doubt that our market will recover. No financial advice, it's just my perspective. And I'm talking again in a macro perspective. Some things may never recover, but cards with great fundamentals, I'm very bullish. The ones that look at this bear market as something positive in the long run will be the real winners. People saying that the market will boom, stay flat, or crash with the World Cup are all doing the same, by the way, guys. Speculating. The only answer possible, we do not know what is going to happen in 1 month, in 1 year. If you look in a macro perspective, there is a lot of things to like about the soccer card market, and that's the reason I'm very bullish about the soccer card market. But again, if you love what you collect, you put yourself in a win-win situation, and that's the best case scenario. So try to put yourself in that situation, and look, the first step is probably do not overcommit your money into cards and also love what you are buying. If that's the case, guys, I can guarantee you the hobby will be much more enjoyable to you. So look, this could be dream times or dark times. At the end of the day, you can choose the way you look at things. You can put yourself in a position where you can benefit with this market. Everyone was a genius in the last bull run. Right now is much more difficult. Right now is a time to be different. It's time to shine. I collect a lot of stuff like you know. Pokemon, Magic the Gathering, Star Wars, you name it. And the more I collect other stuff, the more I believe in the soccer card market. History repeats itself, but people do not understand that. I will be here in 1 year, 10 years. When I say here, maybe not YouTube. As a collector, I will be with you guys. And I know a lot of people watching this video will leave the market in the next 12 months. For the ones that stay with me, enjoy the ride. We are just getting started. Have a nice day.